Hi everybody, 29th of June, another day in my life after the loss of my wife due to Parkinson's. Now, this morning in the gym, I had a classic example of the need for Parkinson's awareness to be out there even more. Because Sean, one of the useless men gang, the one that's got the ailments and the illnesses that keeps going on about him, I've not seen him since I come back from my holiday. He's the one that was thinking about living back in Birmingham. Anyway, he come in and just cutting it short. He said, when's your marathon? I said, well, Sean, it's not a marathon, it's a 10-mile trek. It's up and down the hills and stuff. All right. And then he said, did your wife have dementia or Parkinson's? I said, she had Parkinson's and then developed the dementia later on. Oh, he said, I weren't sure whether it was, and he mentioned something else. I forget what he mentioned. He said, but it was just the Parkinson's. That's just the shakes and a few other things, isn't it? I didn't actually hit the roof, but I've told him sternly. I did tell him sternly, but this is where the lack of awareness isn't out there. I mean, he's heard me go on about it and all over and over the time. I don't parrot on about it, I don't religiously, but he's heard me go on and mention about the things that Angie ended up with, and lack of speech and it's like as though it just goes over their head. And this is why it's so important to get this awareness of Parkinson's thing out there. I know I'm getting involved with this Get It On Time campaign, but that's aimed at the nurses and the doctors in the hospitals now. I have put my name down to getting more involved with the Parkinson's awareness thing as well. And that really sort of triggered me off this morning. I thought, and this is somebody that I do talk to about Parkinson's. Horrendous. It's awful why people don't understand. People aren't at fault. It's the lack of awareness that's not out there. Hey, right, Mike. Right, be quiet. I'm in a good frame of mind today. Anyway, I'm back with my positive head on. Just a bit of a wobble over the weekend, But again, this is where that grief thing comes in, and I keep going on about it. You've really no say in when this grief thing just hits your side on. Sometimes you can have an idea if certain things are coming up, anniversaries and birthdays, i.e., Angie's 9-month anniversary is today. But as much as you can be positive about it, and I have been over the last few months, sometimes you haven't got a say in it. It'll just still hit your side on. It's the way you deal with it and reorganise it in your head. Some people can go on a downer and stay there. I didn't actually go on a downer, but I went sad, which again I make no apologies for. And I know I will go sad again at other times, and I'll make no apologies for that. But it's the way you come out the other side, and I've come back out with my positive head on again. I know these times are going to come again, and you accept them. You've got to accept that they are. And just write your day off if it gets you that low. That's my positive head back on. Together for Sharon have been back in touch with me again. I don't know if you remember a while ago. This is a thing that's set up in the USA. It was set up by Dr. George, and forgive me, George, I forgot your second name, I can't pronounce it. And they're pretty big over there, and they promote awareness for Parkinson's. He lost his mother to Parkinson's, and he was a carer. And they raise money, for research and stuff like that. But they're on TV and they have podcasts and live interviews with people up and down, all over the place, not just up and down the country. But he asked me months and months ago whether I'd like to get involved with a live chat with him. I just kept saying, yeah, I will at one time. Anyway, he's been back in touch. and I've agreed I'm gonna go on a live chat with him in the USA, plugging this Parkinson's awareness. He's coming back in touch at the end of last week. It's not just because of what's happened this morning at the gym, but what's happened this morning in the gym made me reply to him even more. And we booked it in for August the 28th. Now it'll be our time, it'll be 8 o'clock at night. US time, it's 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. So that's another thing I'm now looking forward to doing. I'm going to get myself organised in my head and write some things down. You know what I'll be saying. It's about 20-minute interview. So I know 20 minutes isn't a long time, but it is for like a face-to-face interview. You know, so fingers crossed on that one. So I'll get myself quite organised for that, and have stuff wrote down rather than just off the cuff like I do these. You know, I need to be a bit more prepared on that one. But I'm looking forward to it. I really am looking forward to it now. And another thing, and I'm going to push on this awareness campaign through the Parkinson's UK. Yeah, so watch this space. As for my 10-mile trek this Saturday, well, I'm all ready for that. I did a good bit of extra this morning, and I'm looking forward to it. One fella even asked me this morning, how far have you just done on that treadmill? I think about 100 and something minutes it was. It's short of 10k I did this morning. But I've only got a few more days, so I want to make the most of it now. So, and my start time, it's allocated for 10 o'clock in the morning, and I've got my parking spot paid for. So everything's in place. I'll be going over Friday, like I said. My car's been playing up then, so I'm not taking a chance. I've actually booked to hire a car this afternoon. So I'll pick that up Friday morning and drop it off Monday. I'm trying to get my car into the garage, but, you know, so anyway, I'll see on that one. But I'd rather play it safe, I've hired a car. So I will do a couple of videos while I'm on the trek. Somebody asked if I was going to do a live while I was on the trek. Well, for one, no, because I haven't done a live yet. So I don't want that to be my first live. And for two, I'll be huffing and puffing up and down the hills. So no, it won't be a live, but I will do a couple of videos. I'll just post them out during the day. And I'll take lots of photos, including a photo of myself when I've finished and I get my medal, you know, and you get put up against the board and have your photograph taken. So, and I'll put a collage together if I'm okay that night. I'll put a collage together, a bit of music. So that's all Saturday. And then on Sunday, on my way home on Sunday, because Sunday, I've said a few times, Sandy's birthday. Well, I'm heading back and we're meeting up. I say we then, didn't I? I'm meeting up. Oh, see, occasionally it still comes out as we. I'm meeting up with the grandkids and great-grandkids over at the garden. And we're just going to let some balloons off. We'll all write on them, you know, and then we'll let the balloons off. We'll all sign them and what have you, so put a little message on. And then I'm going to take us all out for a meal in the afternoon. Sunday, I can't believe I've just said we then again. Then I'll get home and I'll probably have a bloody good chat with Mr. Daniels on the Sunday night. On the Saturday night, I know I'll have a couple of beers in the pub. I won't have a chat with Mr. Daniels. I'll have a couple of nice cold beers, I think, but I'll be ready for bed early Saturday night. You know, so yeah, so I've not been out today. I've been catching up with paperwork and emails and sorting stuff out. And I've been in the hot tub. I've not long since been out. I'm going to go and get a quick shower. Watch the football at 6 o'clock. It's Brazil and Japan at 6 o'clock. I was hoping I could have got showered and tea and that by then, but anyway, if not. So, I've been in the hot tub. I was saying the hot tub a bit too long, really, probably, you know, with my music on and yeah. And a cold beer. I did have a cold beer while I was in there. You know, it's an hard life. somebody's got to do it. And you don't hear me complaining. I just get on with it while I'm doing it. And also, right, so on that note, I'm going. Tonight's quote, before I waffle on about you, press your like buttons and stuff. For every minute you are unhappy, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Keep on thinking it that way. So again, thanks for your comments and all your support. And thanks for all your donations. Again, I've still got a few days, so I'm going to keep mentioning it. If you haven't donated and you're thinking of doing, please press this profile, go on my profile page here on TikTok, and you'll see the Just Giving page. Just follow the directions, please. Every little helps. Press your like buttons, follow me, repost these videos, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And I will do another one tomorrow. So as per usual, you take care now. Bye.